everyone, Renee here. This video is going to be all about my experience with how aging and hormones has affected hair loss, scalp sensitivity, and what I have discovered has really worked for me and has really helped. I want to talk about my more holistic problem solvers as well as evidence-based actives that have been really working. I've been putting a lot of energy and focus into this over the last year, so I can say I'm definitely finally seeing real proper results. There is no one solution that will solve all your hair and scalp problems. It always takes a holistic approach because there is most likely more than just one root cause. When it comes to hair loss for women, there are generally 6 root causes: hormones, stress, nutrition, lifestyle and environment, metabolism, and aging. I would say I'm definitely guilty of stress, hormones, diet, and aging. Just a little bit of background. I started experiencing perimenopause symptoms about 7 years ago. Of course, everyone has a different experience going through perimenopause. Over the years, I've lost about 1/3 of the hair volume I used to have. I also noticed, but did not realize it was related to perimenopause, that my scalp was getting super sensitive. But it's got to a point now where I can't even use hair dye anymore. I have, however, found some solutions, so we will talk about that. So the first and really the most fundamental thing to focus on is diet nutrition. Whenever I saw a doctor or trichologist about hair loss, the first thing I would have to get done is my blood work, just to see what vitamins and minerals I might be deficient in. Years ago, my dermatologist did recommend I go on Nutrafol, Women's Balance. So I did take this for a couple of months, although at the time I was just so bad. I was traveling. There would be days that I would miss taking my supplement. I didn't feel that I was taking this long and consistently enough where I could really make a legitimate review. So around fall last year, I decided I was going to commit myself, but also just to help with the craziness that is my hormones. I partnered with Nutrafol for this portion of the video to talk about my experience taking these now that I've really been committed to doing it, and also the results that I've been seeing. And of course, there's a special offer for you. The details and link is in the description box. The Women's Balance supplement is specifically focused on dealing from within the causes of hair thinning in women who may be going through perimenopause or even menopause. In fact, this is the first and only physician-formulated supplement that is evidence-based with published clinical studies in menopausal women with hair thinning. But also there are other formulas available depending on what life stage you're in. I also love the fact that this is completely drug-free. It's been over 3 months now, and enough for me to really start seeing and noticing a difference. It's a subtle difference, but definitely noticeable to me, especially when I wash my hair. Just a lot less hair comes out. I can also really see and notice these little hairs growing, and this is all over my head. Even when I do a ponytail, it is impossible to stick everything down, even if I'm using a glue stick. I haven't actually tried that, but it's all just growing, especially on the sides where I feel like I lose the most hair, which is why I kind of do a middle parting. But yeah, I've got these little like Audrey Hepburn bangs right now. But the more immediate noticeable effect is the impact it has on just my monthly hormonal imbalances. For me, it's the energy levels, the ability to focus, the anxiety even. I mean, this has made a difference. This is part of my morning routine. I take it with breakfast, and I feel like it really affects how the rest of the day goes for me. So last year around the end of summer, I finally introduced Minoxidil into my hair regrowth regimen. After all, this is the only topical ingredient that has been medically proven to regrow hair. This has the ability to reactivate the hair follicles. It's been clinically proven to do that. Again, years ago, my derm recommended I use Minoxidil. The problem was always, I just hate the consistency of whatever was out there. Whatever I tried was just heavy. It just made my hair look so flat and greasy, and it was just not sustainable. But I just happened to pick up this treatment from Michiru, the hair growth treatment for women with 2% minoxidil. This has to be the most uninvasive topical minoxidil treatment that I've ever tried. And I've tried everything: sprays, serums, foams. This is so unnoticeably weightless and absorbs so fast into my scalp that I can use this for like a few days running without a hair wash in between, and my hair still will not feel like weighed down or greasy. On the contrary, I actually feel like this refreshes my scalp. I don't expect things to really be making a difference for at least 3 to 6 months before. Even if I did have new hair regrowth, I would still be losing so much hair on a daily basis. But now I feel like the hair, as I mentioned, is sticking in the roots. They're not really falling out at the rate they used to. So this is all good. I even feel like my hair is growing faster. All I know is that I need to touch up my roots a lot more often. They appear way too fast now. Speaking of hair color, this was a completely unexpected symptom of perimenopause for me, and that is sensitive scalp, which used to be just irritating, literally. Hormonal fluctuations can actually make the skin on the scalp thinner and weaken the protective barrier. I mean, who knew? While my scalp actually feels really good now, suddenly become really sensitive to hair dye, which was never a problem before. I can't really use it without a lot of discomfort and side effects, like dandruff. I mean, it's no problem when I'm just dyeing the hair, even though my hair is drier, but the issue is when I have to put dye on my scalp. I have, however, found something absolutely amazing. From Seedbee, this is a watercoloring root cover. I first discovered this at a beauty trade show. I bought a few to try, but I wish I'd gotten more. It's just one of those things that just seemed too good to be true. I thought maybe it would work in the same way as henna, which doesn't really work well for me. I've used this a few times now, and I wanted to give a real proper testing period before I reviewed it. I have to say, it is better than you even think. Well, it's better than I imagined. This not just works, it works so well. This is a Korean brand, which I haven't really seen in retailers outside of Korea. I did see it in Olive Young in Seoul when I was there a few weeks ago, but I also found this on Amazon, so I got you. This is simply a natural herbal color powder mixed with water, which you apply on your roots the way you would with anything else. This comes with a mixing bottle and then an easy applicator. This also has a brush, gloves, and a shower cap. So after you have applied it, you put the shower cap on and you just leave it on there for 30 minutes. The amazing thing is within that 30 minutes, there's not a single moment of discomfort, which is something I always experience when I'm getting my hair dyed. I have some seriously resistant grays that even when I'm getting my roots professionally touched up, semi-permanent dyes does not cut it. Usually after the first or second wash, I can see the whites poking through. This covered everything and stayed. This dye will last through 300 washes. They also conducted clinicals on the safety of this formula, how well it performs on really sensitive scalps. This is hypoallergenic, but also this will not damage the hair. In fact, normally after, especially with black hair dye, normally after I cover my roots, there's always a hardness or a stiffness to the texture of my hair. It always alters my hair texture. You don't get any of that with this. Your hair feels actually really nice and conditioned and soft. This does not contain ammonia. Like I said before, it's not henna, and also doesn't have any tar ingredients in it. It contains 36 natural ingredients in it, as well as some black food ingredients as well. So I figure that's where the black coloring comes from. But it also has biotin from France and a lot of conditioning scalp ingredients, as well as hair ingredients. The other modality that I believe has made a contribution to my hair regrowth, as well as a healthier scalp, in combination with the Nutrafol and the Minoxidil, is the LLLT from my iRestore. I did a video last year talking about the technology behind it, the science behind it. Many months later, I can tell you, I can really see that it has contributed to this hair regrowth halo I have. The combined modalities just really make a difference. What differentiates iRestore is that it uses both forms of LLLT, low-level light therapy and low-level laser therapy. Red light therapy affects a broader area. Laser therapy goes even deeper and really works on the follicular level. But if you already have an infrared light mask or patch, especially if it is flexible and can be used on different areas of the body, I would just use that on my scalp. So many people have had such great results using infrared, near infrared light therapy on their scalps. Studies have shown that combining the LLLT therapy with minoxidil has yielded the best and fastest, most effective results. Now that I'm using both, I really get the difference. So that's it, everyone. I just really wanted to share this recent journey with you because it has been really effective. I've been seeing some great results. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'm wishing you great skin health. Bye.